Okay, I'm sitting down with Nico Nieto, the Chief Marketing Officer of NAFNAF. Nico, thanks for sitting down with me.
Thanks for making the time.
All right, so Nico, Chief Marketing Officer of NAFNAF, which has about 50 locations?
40 locations.
40 locations. So this year, Nation's Restaurant News has dubbed the Year of Marketing. I think we all see how important marketing is. But I really wanted to talk to you about how important marketing is for NAFNAF specifically as an emerging chain, as a franchise. How about for you right now, how important is marketing to NAFNAF strategy?
Well, marketing is what I do, so, it's my job, so it's the most important thing, but maybe I'm going to throw your question for a spin.
Yeah.
Marketing for us works as a way to introduce our brand to new people, as an emerging brand, to make new friends. But before we think of marketing, we always think about operations. And I'm probably the first marketer that is going to tell you, let's take a look at operations. I know that it all is make or break in the restaurant. So it doesn't matter how many campaigns, creative ideas, great copyright, and incredible content we create. If it doesn't get executed, or it's easy to train, or it's easy to operate, it's not going to happen. So we first, for the last year and a half at NAF, we decided to focus on operations, on the basics, make sure that order accuracy for all those $2 is right, make sure that teams put a little nice note on the bag before it ships out of the restaurant, make sure that hospitality is leading interaction with customers, because it's a shared experience. We are a build your own concept. We're a fast casual concept where you choose your bases, your proteins, your toppings and sauces. So there is a lot of like that interaction between you and the guest. So we start there, and then once we are really confident that our teams can deliver, then marketing just works as an accelerator,
right,
to make sure that we invite people to a party that is a good party. Yeah. There is no worse use of marketing dollars that invite people to a bad experience. You might just as well giving them a discount ticket to go to your competitors' restaurant.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously we think marketing, we think, TV ads, radio ads. Marketing right now, though, is so fractured. How do you begin to tell that story? Because once you've nailed that operation, then what's the strategy for getting it out into the marketplace?
Well, for us, as an emerging brand, it's really important to understand where are we in that journey, right? Where are our budgets? What can we do or not do, right? In this industry, if you're doing it right, your marketing budget should be a percentage of your sales. So you're not outspending, kind of like what you're making, right? And there has to be a healthy relationship there. So what builds a healthy relationship with your CFO and your finance team. For us, we cannot afford big TV ads or Super Bowl commercials or anything like that.
Right.
So where we are in our journey as an emerging brand is we want to make new friends, as I mentioned. We want to introduce our brand to as many new people as we can. And that starts with two things for us. Number one, we wanted to make sure that we identify what are the channels where people are looking to explore food. And one of those is third-party delivery platforms. And then we know that they have a little bit of, are they the necessary evil in the industry? We don't see them that way. We see them as partners. But what we did was we try to treat every channel in the most agnostic way possible. So our pricing in those platforms, or food and cost management operations, all have to serve in order for us to be able to be agnostic on where customers are coming from. Do they want to come to the front doors, or through our website, or through our app, or through DoorDash, or Uber Eats, or Grubhub?
Yeah.
And we have achieved, I would say, if not 100%, 98% level of being agnostic. So if we don't care where they come from, those channels become a great place to make new friends. People are hungry.
Yeah.
People are there to buy food. So then what we do is two things. We believe in making new friends, so we have an ongoing try with discount offer in those channels. That not only is an extra incentive for someone to say, hey, I don't know what Middle Eastern is, or I don't know what falafel is, but let me give this a try because the picture looks incredible.
Yeah.
But we also run ads in those platforms. So third-party delivery platforms can be a great, for an emerging brand, can be a great channel for you to introduce your brand to new people. The second thing we do is we know that we're in a hot category. Middle Eastern Mediterranean, some people say it's the best diet in the world. Healthy, you can make it as wholesome and healthy and healthful as delicious and guilty as you wanted to make. So we know people are looking for that. So SEO and paid search is another great avenue for us.
Mm-hmm.
I talk about like being mentally available and physically available. Our content are the things we do are going to make you hungry. But then when it's time for you to be in that bottom funnel where you're like, let me place an order, we want to be there. So if you look for Middle Eastern or shawarma or stuffed pitas on Google or in your search engine of choice, we want to make sure that we're there, that we're present. Sure, I would like to do big TV ads or bigger campaigns, but our space, we want to make sure that we capitalize in that space.
Well, it's interesting because, I don't think I've ever Googled Middle Eastern food near me necessarily, but I've had Middle Eastern food near me. I found my way to it through other channels. I might have been looking for Mediterranean or something more adventurous. And so to that point, you guys have some education to do because Middle Eastern food is not super well known across America, and you're entering new markets. And so tell me how you educate the customer and then how you're getting in front of them through your marketing and doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. So there is a couple of things that we do that I think work really well for us. First one is we're all about hospitality. It's part of the legacy of our founder. It's just part of the core of our brand. We believe in sharing a table with everybody. It's one of our core values. And that has to be a conversation. So when someone comes to our front doors, let's say, our team members are introducing our food. Like, do you know what falafel is? Do you want to try our hummus? Do you want to try this or that? That helps a lot. It helps a lot that the category is booming, not only in restaurants but outside. The number of Middle Eastern spices, the number of brands of hummus that you see in your local grocery store, doesn't matter whether you're in Columbus in Chicago or in Little Rock, Arkansas, it's crazy. Like more people are eating hummus now than ever before in the US. Yeah. So that helps us. From a content standpoint, we believe that we need to simplify things for the customer. The reality is that the ingredients that we use in our restaurants are the same ingredients that you have in your country. We just transform them in a different way and then makes ordinary ingredients extraordinary. So our content is a lot of like beautiful slow-mo shots of people making a sandwich or, like a stuffed pita sandwich or a salad bowl or a rice bowl. Everybody eats rice and everybody eats chicken. It's the number one seller. So out of that, we also studied, what if we call our things names that people recognize? So last year we introduced our crispy chicken, and we introduced it in a spicy chicken pita, one store. We didn't call it any crazy name. We call it spicy crispy chicken sandwich. Yeah. We became a top seller of the brand, right? So I think it's a little bit of we believe that certain core items like falafel or shawarma, those are the names, and we're going to pay honor to those. We're also simplifying things of what we call it. We have simple things like pomegranate vinaigrette or lemon vinaigrette or spicy chicken sandwiches or spicy hummus. Simplifying that, I think, makes people more comfortable about trying new options of food. Yeah. Where like initially maybe say, Middle Eastern, what is that? That's going to be weird. No, it's rice and chicken. Right. Stuff that we eat every night at home.
So we've done a lot of work lately on talking about influencers, which, I feel like influencers kind of democratize marketing in an interesting way because influencers are everywhere. They are everybody, right, in some way. If you have a following in social media, you're kind of an influencer. But again, that notion of like you can do marketing anywhere, and with anybody, how does that affect your approach to marketing?
Yeah, I think it's really interesting. I think you just nailed it, in your question. I do really believe that everybody's an influencer. And we as a business, we believe that. So we start, when I say we start with operations, because we believe that if our teams do what they're supposed to do, right, which is make incredible food, have hospitality at the top, of their priorities, and make the experience incredible for each one of our guests, each one of those guests is an influencer. You're going to go and tell your 5-10 friends, dude, you're going to check Naf Naf Grill. It's unreal, right? So we started there, making sure that we treat everybody like everybody's a celebrity, everybody's an influencer. And then in terms of the actual content creator community, influencer community, is one of the things that we are really passionate about the second half of the year. We're going to be tapping into that a little bit more aggressively and with intention. And part of the strategy there is, again, at our scale or stage, we cannot afford the big names in the influencer community. Nor we think that that's the approach, but we know current generations, the majority of them make more decisions based on recommendations that they see on Instagram or on TikTok, the recommendations that they receive from their own parents and significant others. So we believe in that micro-influencer community. It's the neighbor that has 1,000 followers because she posts great pictures of her Chihuahua, or the other guy that does reviews of beer and has 2,000 followers. All of those are people that I think they will really enjoy our food. They just need to discover. And the way we approach it is maybe the same way we build a relationship. I just hit you, with a DM and say like, hey, how do we work together? That's the best way to kind of engage with influencers, remove a lot of the middleman and stuff like that, and say like, hey, we have great food, we love your content, we love for you to come and do something.
Yeah.
And my point of view on that is, let them do what they do best. If you try to control what they're gonna do, then are you the influencer, or are they, like, their secret is that they're creating incredible content? So we believe in partnering with them, but let them do what they do best.
All right, last question, really quick. What's the most exciting thing for NAF in the year ahead?
There is a couple things. Number one, I'm not gonna say what it is, but we have a new LTO in Windows 5 that I think is gonna be incredible. It's gonna go well on sandwiches, on salad, on rice balls, on plates, so really good there. On the culinary front, we're also starting a test with breakfast.
Oh, interesting.
Breakfast stuffed pizzas and breakfast bowls, that's really interesting. But I think the most interesting stuff is we just found a new FDD. We had a great 2023. We are building a really strong 2024. So we're back on the franchise development side of our business. We have great partnerships in non-trad, bids on airports, bids on travel centers, things like that.
Yeah.
And then a renewal effort with many new territories and franchisees signing on. Mm-hmm. So we're excited about continue to grow and expand the brand and introduce everybody to our Middle Eastern inspired food.
Yeah, very exciting. Nico, thanks for taking some time to chat.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.
As always.